We have started a very active process of titling prisons land. Just this morning, it's interesting you're asking the question. We've just come out of a meeting where we are looking at how much of our land is not titled, because a lot of it has been encroached by individuals. And look, I normally do like being very frank and leveling with the public. When you look at the list of the people who have stolen our land, prisons land, it reads like the list of who is who has been a minister, PS, or Commissioner General of Prison Service before, or who is who has had anything to do with the prison service before. It is shameful, honestly, because I've just come from a place where I was in the morning where the prison facility has been reduced to 15 acres. They are actually now squatting on land which essentially was belonged to the prison service. And then there are all manner of people, you know, some of them very senior public officials who have taken up prison land. When you go around the country, the challenges we are facing is that those who have been given the responsibility to manage this institution and to be in charge of this institution are the ones who have encroached on prison land. I've given you the classic example of Yatta. Just go to Yatta and see. Our prison facility there has been confined to 15 acres. And now, the commandant was telling me this morning that they feel like destituted squatters on land which essentially was their own. So the founding fathers of our country, if we have to be very honest, the founding fathers of our nation had a fantastic plan for our country. If we followed the plan that was laid out by our founding fathers, that we use the opportunities that we have to develop these institutions, not just for the good of the security sector institutions, but for the good of the country, we will do a lot with this. Go to Eldoret and see the challenges we are dealing with, where our land has been encroached. We are almost losing everything in Kapsabet. And it's not the ordinary people who walk from the streets and encroach on this land. It is those who have been given responsibility. I am not shy to tell you that if you look at the list of the people who have encroached on prison land, it reads like who is who has been a minister in charge of prisons, or a PS, or Commissioner General, or something like that. Very shameful. We can't have this. I mean, we have to be very honest with members of the public. These institutions, we are leading them today, and we are working here in trust on behalf of the people of Kenya. What is expected of us is that we make our contribution, develop the institutions, so that those who come after us, our children and our children's children, find institutions that are growing that can serve them. But we cannot behave as though we are here to take them all and decimate them and destroy them. Look at this. Imagine if this land had been taken. What would we do? And we needed to develop this hospital. Now, as you told me, in the next phase, we are looking at how can we use the capabilities that we have to expand the facilities and avail them also to members of the public who live within the vicinity of this particular institution. That is how people who care about their country think. That's why you can see how the president is making very strategic investments. Our president is putting resources in developing these hospitals, and then in some areas, like I've given you the classic example of Kanyonyo, that hospital is going to help a lot the people in that particular area, because if you travel in that particular region, it takes a long time to move from there to get to a good facility that will address. But already even the clinic that we have in that facility is serving members of the public. I mean, after all, really, what's the difference? The members of the public and those of us in the security sector, we are Kenyan citizens, and we are using taxpayers' resources to do this. So all the better if we are doing this, we help our uniformed people, but we also help members of the public. That's how we are supposed to reason. But when people encroach on this land and do the kind of things like I saw in Yata this morning, it's very shameful. And then we should ask some of these people if they have any conscience left to think about not today, think about Kenya tomorrow and the day after, and as we go along.
Is there something that your ministry is doing to restore this land?
Well, we have started the aggressive process of titling, and we will work with the National Land Commission. You know, we also have to look at the law, the powers we have and the powers that others have. There are powers we don't have. We will not act on powers we do not have. We will present our report to the National Land Commission, and the National Land Commission, we hope, will act within the framework of the constitutional powers that they have. It is actually not true what you are saying about suppliers are suffering. We are paid about 3.4 billion of the burning bills. The bills that are left, some of them cannot actually be proved by those who are claiming them. You know, you forget one thing. These resources we pay, we have also to do so within the framework of the law that exists. You have to convince the accountants and the auditors here that you actually supplied the goods for which you are claiming payment. The process is meticulous. And you know, in the case of the burning bills in the prison service, they even attracted the involvement of the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, the involvement of the DCI. Some of them are a subject of prosecution proceedings that are going on in court. So we have to be very meticulous in the manner in which this is done. I am very satisfied. I am really happy with our PS and the work that she and the team that she works with have done. They have done a fantastic job in managing these burning bills, and we have paid quite a number of them. I have been shown a record this morning where, for example, 980 million of those burning bills cannot be proved by anybody. Those who are claiming them don't even have documents. You see, we also have to be frank with each other. This institution has come from a past of extreme abuse. And we are not going to suck up to those kinds of abuses, and we are not going to perpetuate that kind of nonsense.